Sri Lanka are being tested by neighbours Bangladesh. In the last 20 overs, 83 runs have been scored. However, the 3 wickets have really picked them back a little bit. Dinesh Karthik joins me on Cricbuzz Comm Box powered by AMD. It's amazing how a left-arm pace of the last 20 overs, Shoriful Islam, has made things happen.
He's been really good. We spoke a bit about him at the top of the show. He's somebody who's very good with the new ball. But Shakib used him interestingly. Just the one over, because I get the feeling Shakib felt that the seam on the wicket, so Hassan Mahmud will be a much better bowler. So he brought him in. And you can see the wicket that he got of Karunaratne. But what Shoriful has done is shown his skill in the middle. He bowled 2 spells in the first 10 overs, just 1 over each. But the third spell that he came back in the 22nd over created an opportunity, dropped a deep square leg, and then he obviously gets Pathum Nissanka bang on the pad. Lovely ball, the one that pitches and comes back in a little bit. Great decision by the umpire. And then he goes for the jugular. Bowls the short ball to Kusal Mendis, who's actually a very good player of short ball. Laps it straight third man. 2 wickets in 2 overs. Bang, bang. And that's exactly what Bangladesh wanted.
We'll, of course, talk a lot more about why Kusal Mendis played that shot. We'll do that, I promise you, on Cricbuzz Live. But if you look at this batting card, it's a story of what ifs. What if I had gone on to play a lot more? One of the openers got a start. Kusal Mendis, excellent half-century. Pathum Nissanka, once again among the runs. He played 60 deliveries. He should have gone on to convert this one into a big one. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be. Got a beautiful delivery.
These 2 young batters, Nissanka and Kusal Mendis, have been the story of Sri Lanka's limited success they've had in the last couple of years. And interestingly, both of them got to good starts. Pathum Nissanka survived an early review in the game in the first over, but then batted really well. You have to understand, it looks like 60 or 40, but it's not the strike rate. It was the amount of seam that we had. We were watching the match and we saw how much was there, especially for Taskin Ahmed and Hassan. And getting through that spell tells you that he's batted really well. He would be very upset. Yes, in a way, he is obviously didn't play a bad shot. It was a really good ball, so you can accept it. But Kusal Mendis, he's got a 50. He's the number 3 batter. When you bat number 3 for your country, you are expected to get going when you get runs. The last game, that's what he did. Looked really good at 90. You felt that the only way he could get out was run out, and that's how it happened. Today, he threw it away. The short ball, which is his strength, played a shot that he will go back and think, do I have better shots to that ball or should I have played it more clever? These are the thoughts that would have gone on in Kusal Mendis' mind.
Bangladesh will consider themselves lucky. A couple of drop catches and yet they find themselves in a position where they can really stop Sri Lanka from getting a big one.
True. Even if you see how they're causing a stranglehold, they're bowling spinners in such a way that they're not giving them room, keeping it in the stumps. Dhananjaya De Silva is just batting as we speak, hasn't tried anything. They're telling him if you want to take a chance, play a big shot. And that's exactly what the bowling team should do. Right now, Bangladesh has Sri Lanka in a bit of a bother, but these are the kind of spells that when you see through that, and as an ODI batter who's done very well, you ask any ODI batter and they say when you see through that, runs will start flowing, but you have to see through this, because if you lose another wicket here, then you're making sure that you don't want to lose out on overs. But if you see through this phase with obviously at 4-5 runs and over, then you have a chance to get to 270, 280.
Yes, they do have Dhananjaya De Silva and Sadira Samaravikam batting. These two will have to really go on right till the end. There's, of course, Dasun Shanaka yet to come, the captain as well. So we spoke about the lower middle order having to score more, and maybe that will come into play as well. But this pitch seems to have everyone interested. There's not much turn except the odd ball turning a little bit more than expected.
This pitch, just like we just spoke, a little bit of seam because of how much sweating would have happened. That's the term that they use, interestingly, under the covers. So the pitch had a bit of sweating, so there was a bit of seam. But generally, when they say when there's a bit of seam, there'll also be a bit of spin. We haven't seen so much spin. But you also have to understand both Shakib and Nasum aren't big turners of the ball. So it's not a great yardstick to judge turn, but still, they also produced balls which turned the odd ball and then it kept going straight. So for me, Bangladesh are at a position where they can gain strength if they strike once in the next 5 overs. And Sri Lanka, on the other hand, if they don't lose a wicket in the next 5 overs, they have a chance to post a big score. When I say big, 275, 280, kind of what I suggested at the top of the show.
Their approach may have to change or may have to be tweaked a little bit, because I've just been told it's overcast and the groundsmen are ready on the sidelines to bring the covers on. We really hope the rain stays away, but do they have to factor the rain in? What about the bowling plan? Let's take a look at that bowling card as well to figure what Shakib Al Hasan needs to do. Does he bring in his his best bowlers now, or does he keep a certain cushion for the end overs, assuming there is no rain?
For a start, I thought the best part of the day was it hadn't rained, but again, we've gone past that. The covers are in. So if you see the bowling, the one man actually who's bowled really well today is Hassan Mahmood. He looked like he could get a couple of wickets, but obviously young, inexperienced, showing a bit because he didn't consistently bowl it at a length. The ball he bowled to Karunaratne was a beauty. And let's talk about someone who's been very impressive with his captaincy, Shakib Al Hasan. What was so good about him is how cleverly he uses the fast bowlers. We speak about matchups. He realizes who to bring on when. Also, to use the fast bowlers in a clever manner. He is not going for those 5-6 over spells. He's sticking to a maximum of 4, but then using them in shorter spells throughout 4-2-2. Those are the kind of spells that he's trying to rotate his fast bowlers with, which tells me he's very clever because Asian bowlers in short bursts can bowl quick and also consistently in terms of length, and he's used that formula so far for Bangladesh, and he's looked good as a skipper.
DLS may come into play as well. It's always a difficult one for batters to figure when to go big, when not to go big, especially when 4 wickets have fallen.
True. You have to understand that Dhananjay De Silva just walked into the crease. Sarmira Vikrama in many ways is playing for a spot on the side. So you have 2 different people fighting 2 different battles. Now what that means is in case they reduce the number of overs, they might need to get going straight away. Then the pressure is different. Whereas if they play the full 50 overs, they have to see through this period and then start going at it. So it's a bit of a chess match right now, a game within a game. So let's see how it pans out. For the moment, the game is tantalizingly poised, and I just wish the rain stays away because both these teams have thrown punches at each other consistently.
37 overs up, 164 for 4 are Sri Lanka. 13 more overs. We'll see what score they get. We really hope the rain stays away because when it does, DK, I and Joy Bhattacharya will see you on Cricbuzz Live at the end of this innings. That's it for now from the 2 of us on Cricbuzz Comm Box powered by AMD.